rhymes with grug. I call this one a ride, rhymes with grug.
That doesn't really rhyme.
I call this an air fryer, rhymes with grug.
Ooh, I like that one.
I call this a shorty car.
What?
Rhymes with grug.
Where are you getting these things?
I call this one the southern border crisis.
Oh!
Rhymes with grug.
Why are you doing this to me?
I call it cyanide. Rhymes with grug.
Please help.
I call this a bug's life. Rhymes with a grug's life.
Alright, you know what? That's
And I
enough.
call this a...
No, seriously, please stop. Alright, all your ideas are terrible. Just enough.
I call it curb stomping.
Ah! No.
Rhymes with grug! I call this getting mugged. Rhymes with grug.
I can't feel my anything.
And I call this an A10 warthog. Rhymes with grug. I call this one a slip and slide. Rhymes with grug.
There's only pain.
I call it a good dad. Rhyme.
Are you sure?
I don't understand any of this.
I call it peak. Rhymes with grug.
Somebody please kill me.
And I call this one rhymes with grug. Rhymes with grug.
The sweet release of death.
I call it style. Rhymes with grug. My bones. I call it
April 12th, 2036.
rhymes with grug. I call this a pixie stick. Rhymes with grug. And I call this one crude stew.
Does that rhyme with grub?
I call this a hospital visit.
Stay away from me!
We're going on an adventure.
No!
I call it a pug. Rhymes with grug. I call it a switch too. Rhymes with grug.
Overpriced games.
And I call this one rhymes with grug too. Rhymes with grug. Two. The endless cycle continues. I call these younglings. Rhymes with grug.
Just pull the plug.
I call it dementia. Rhymes with grug. And I call this a job application. Does not rhyme with grug. I call it dementia. Rhymes with grug. And I call this an ender pearl.